Good evening. Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
I'm about to give a really unpopular opinion, and I'm sure it's going to be especially unpopular amongst women.
I'm Gray Mars. Break a record by being with 100 men in one day. And right after she was done, she recorded a documentary.
I'm a vegan weed. Call yourself fresh and wear the same weak ass turtleneck on every show. Goddamn. Then we got goddamn the Sudanese Sambo. Bruh, man.
And I'm Enzo. Bringing up in my lives is they're like, oh well, he's violating the Constitution by having a meme coin and him making money off it in office and everything like that. I was like, if that was the case, like there would be lawsuits up the ass and impeachment inquiry.
I'm skeptic. Like I always say, don't let anybody trample on your constitutional rights.
And Mia. That's not a correct power dynamic in my mind. Typically, the people that are trying to be removed are not in control. That's why they're easily being removed.
The government, the states, they start putting these RICO acts on Diddy, all of these guys, and try to put it on these ongoing criminal organizations. I ain't never seen the government put a RICO act on the KKK.
Oh, that was fire.
Yeah.
I like that, though. I like that.
The person that's dealt with some people in the industry, I can personally tell you, most of them are bullshit. Most of them got something going on, and they're crazy, and they will have you. I'm talking about they'll have you crazy.
Yeah, you look professional, bro. You look real professional.
Switch happened. Come on, man. You gotta acknowledge this. This is the problem that I have with elders like you because you fail to acknowledge that this stuff has happened. Down.
That mean I'm doing my job.
Hey. If we sit there and be old school, we gonna miss the boat. You know, a lot of this kids 19 years old buying houses with Bitcoin, buying Maserati.
Wow. Hi guys, welcome to the new party or lunchtime at the new party. I'm your girl Nora Christine.
I'm Gray Mars.
And today we have a jam-packed show with a little bit of time. As you know, we do our daily lunchtime edition show. So you get in, you get out, you get 30, 45 minutes with us, and you go back to work. So the first topic that we are going to touch on tonight is the historic flooding. We have a good friend of the show slash, fan who we appreciate so much, John. Fortunately, he shared with us the devastation. He shared with me the devastation, Gray. I spoke to him directly. We have a Discord page, so you guys can go on to Enzo's TikTok and go to RNC Enzo and click the link. That is our Discord. So, Gray, what he shared with me is just absolutely devastating. So first, John is a pilot. So shout out to him. He works as a pilot, so I really appreciate his insight. But his family owns a big deal of land in Kernville, Texas. Sorry, he was away because he works out of Austin, but he owns part of the land with his family. He says his parents were awoken at 4 a.m. They felt rocking. They thought it was like an earthquake, but really, what it was their house floating down the river because the surge was so strong it broke his house away. And God, I don't know how these people survived. Thank God they survived, but he said he lost 6 close friends. He said he personally knows of children that he knew personally that perished in the flood. And unfortunately, when he got there the next day, he found bodies of 2 of the victims. And I'm not going to describe what he told me out of respect for the families, but it was pretty. God, it was gut wrenching. So tonight, Gray, you're going to show the pictures. Sorry. It's hard to talk about because they're babies. You're going to show the pictures tonight, and you guys are going to talk about the flood. So let everybody know about the show tonight for what they can expect.
Tonight we're going to be talking about the flooding, like Nora said. A big, you know, hug to all the people going through everything right now. But we're going to be talking about Doge, that Elon Musk made, and that the Democrats are accusing Doge and the Trump administration of cutting jobs that were essential and letting these people know that they needed to evacuate. So some people on the right think it's lies, and the Democrats are investigating it, but we don't have full information on who's really responsible for them not being notified in time.
Well, this is an important show, Grace. So please make sure you have both sides. This is important. Um, we're gonna have a good balanced conversation. Gonna be the left and the right, and we have to highlight these accusations because they're very important. I am I voted for Trump. But I will not die on the sword for Trump. If Trump's administration does something wrong, we should be calling it out. So shout out to Gray Mars and the people on the left and the people on the right. Well, I'm curious to see what they're going to say. But shout out to him for holding the porch, the torch fire, and saying, "We demand the truth." I'm just kidding, but Gray's gonna hold it down. But in the meantime, I can't believe we have to talk about this, Gray. But there's some disgusting individuals making videos. I'm just gonna play it and let it speak for itself, and we'll do a reaction to it now.
So I hate to be the one who points it out, but it seems like it needs to get pointed out. So are we not paying attention to majority of the videos that's being shared about this flood and the certain that's on the videos? Hopefully this is opening up some eyes and showing people that he watches. I don't matter who's watching. They're watching. They see you as a person and what you're teaching your kids and how your children treat others and how you treat others. And maybe y'all weren't the best of, helping thy neighbor unless they were still or the same as you. Because I find it ironic that it was the deep southern of Texas that it happened to. We knew back in the days where they used to do everything deep down in the southern. So hopefully this changes and open up a whole lot when it comes to treating people as equal.
Shout out to Claire Patriot. She sent me that clip. That wasn't even that bad of a clip. Like I've heard worse ones. And I'm sorry that I have to say I've heard worse, but I have heard worse. Gray, me and you, we have our morning recap talks. And sometimes you be like, well, you voted for Trump. Well, you voted for Trump. Do you agree? Do you think she took it too far in this?
Yes, to an extent, because here's the thing: this is children, and I never feel like with tragedy like this is the perfect time to talk about race. I saw someone else, a black woman, call these girls the C word. I'm not gonna say it on here, but
of course,
why this happens is that whites have like advantages in society, and then when something tragic happens to the white population, people want to use religion or people want to use karma or whatever thing they want to use as an excuse as to why this is happening to this particular group. I'm not saying that it's fair, but that's basically what is happening.
I understand. Let me say this, there's children involved. Also, I did a Bible study on this. Unfortunately, we're in process of editing it and posting it potentially. And the Bible's very clear that unfortunately, sad things happen. That doesn't make the people that it happened to necessarily bad. But unfortunately, unfortunate times are a part of life. And that doesn't mean we should lose our faith in God. And it doesn't mean that we should weaponize it and say, oh, this is what you get. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I disagree with her, especially because they were children, little innocent babies, innocent lives. I would be heartbroken. I don't care what color the person is. I am heartbroken about it. They could be purple and I would be heartbroken. They're little innocent kids, and the kids are the future of our country. So we should be uplifting in them instead of attacking them, regardless of the race. But anyways, switching gears here, we will talk more about the flooding tonight on the Man Cave, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can come back here and watch wherever you're watching from. Thank you. Dark said it best. My heart goes out to all the victims of the Texas flood, despite what color they are. Exactly. And guys, the same can be turned around on you. They could turn it around and say, I don't care, they're black, or I don't care, they're Hispanic. So we shouldn't have that thought process. We are all Americans, and we should be all, praying and sending hearts to them. And a lot of these people weren't rich, and they weren't all blue counties, by the way, because we looked it up. One of the counties, red counties, one of the counties affected, Gray, was a blue county.
Yeah, and that's horrible that we have to go down and say that.
A rabbit hole, yeah.
But I guess they're saying that because Trump cut the job, so they're saying, oh,
true,
you deserve to be hurt because you voted for it. And I do ask that because for me with MAGA, it's a question because, like, I thought you agreed with this. And it's like that conversation is really only happening with MAGA. I never had a conversation where somebody said to me, oh, but you voted for Joe Biden. That never happened to me. So I feel like with MAGA, yeah, I mean, with what thing would you say? Free student loans? I mean, like, what would you say? Gas?
There was a lot that we could have said about Joe Biden. A lot.
never-
Let's not go down. Let's not turn this into a political thing today. But let me say this. Our political system in this country is broken. Until you guys give more than two choices, think about it. There's only two choices. Only two choices at this point. So it's not fair to say, oh, you voted for this. What other fucking options do we have in America right now, Gray? There's two. So this is what I struggle with. If we had 4, 5, 6, I would say, Gray, you are right. We voted for that. You're right. But pick your poison. You know what I mean? Like, that's where we're at in this country. And until we fix, and that's why, to some extent, I'm supporting Elon, but I don't like him because he's a billionaire. But I do believe we need more than we need more than a two-party system in this country. No, I mean, this is the longest democracy ever for a two-party system. Every country, Australia, Europe, England, every major country has more than two parties. We're the only one.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that's a solution. I'll use an example. I'm not going to use our personal conversation, but there was an actual Republican representative. It was a white lady. She's kind of overweight. I don't know if you know who she is, but she was in Florida. And she was having an issue where she was about to lose the baby and everything like that. And they wouldn't give her the medication for her because she was literally about to pass away. She called Ron DeSantis directly. If people don't know, Ron DeSantis is the governor of Florida, to try and like force them to give her the medication. And she finally got the medication. And you know what she had the audacity to do when she got out of the hospital? Blame the Democrats on why she couldn't get the medication. That is the like big issue with this situation. Like, it's things like that.
I understand. I get it. But guys, we're gonna switch gears because I think a lot of you showing up for the Nicki stuff. So guys, Nicki Minaj has crashed out yesterday. I think we are beginning to see the end of Jay-Z, guys. Why did she feel comfortable to do this? This is my question. But let's pay some bills before we get to that. I want to show y'all my cup. My cup. You guys can go onto our website and you guys can get this as we sip this tea, because this is some good tea today. It is piping hot. Nicki Minaj says Jay-Z owes her $200 million, Gray. I'm going to play this clip from the beautiful Lauren LaRosa, and then we could talk about it because she crashed out. Guys, if you're watching, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We're going to watch this clip from Lauren LaRosa. Here we go.
Y'all, Nicki Minaj is back on X. She's coming for Jay-Z. So in a series of tweets, Nicki Minaj is claiming that Jay-Z owes her $100 to $200 million. So far, she says, she tweeted, Jay-Z, call me to settle the karmic debt. It's only collecting more interest. You still in my top 5 though. Let's get it. N-word. And anyone still calling him whole will answer to God for the blasphemy. And she is referring to, I believe, because then she says more tweets. When TIDAL originally when Jay-Z did the deal with TIDAL, it was a partnership. You know, he gave artists some ownership, including J. Cole, Nicki Minaj, Rihanna. And then when he sold the company back in 2021, Nicki Minaj had always said that she felt like she wasn't paid out what she should have been paid out. She was only offered $1 million at the time, and she went on with a bunch of other tweets as well too. She talked about, you know, once she gets the money from Jay-Z that he allegedly owes her, she's going to, you know, start a college fund for her fans. She is talking about, you know, being shadow banned and hated on online again. She says, if you get a message to post hate or lies today on any platform, I advise you to say no. They won't cover your legal fees. Just today alone, we've added 5 blogs and 5 content creators. I hope you got a lot of money saved up. I hope it's worth losing everything, including your account, because Nicki Minaj has been on X saying that the blogs and online creators don't cover her and Jay-Z's back and forth the same way as they do everything else.
Well, it's not a back and forth.
It's definitely not a back and forth. I was about to, it's just been a forth.
I see Nicki will amplify stories, and I'll be looking like, I'm like, this is a bogus ass source. It's just a random YouTube account, you know, some fake story somebody might. She was doing that yesterday.
Posted yesterday. But Nicki been going in recently, and a lot of the blogs haven't been picking it up because I haven't been seeing it in a lot of places.
And that's how she feels. She feels like blogs and online platforms don't touch what she's saying, and they don't cover all of her words fully because it's Jay-Z and Roc Nation.
Well, if someone owed me $200 million, then I would be in court, not on X. And I guarantee you, if she ever took that to court, that would be a huge story.
And she also said that Jay-Z, she alleges he ruined hip-hop, football, basketball, touring, Instagram, Twitter. She said the jig is up. All of this alleged and for entertainment purposes only. She wanted to make that clear. She's also saying that Jay-Z doesn't stand by black people, or alleging that Jay-Z doesn't stand by black people the way that he should, because he politically doesn't get out there the way that he should. To different business partners that stand next to.
That's just not true. And I guess maybe that's why you don't pay certain things any attention, because when certain things you just know are like,
you're the elite, Charlamagne.
There's a series of tweets. She also is asking, when did Jay-Z ever campaign for Kamala? She says he benefited so much from the party. When President Obama gave that speech about the brothers, why didn't Jigga come out and strongly campaign for the Democratic Party at that time?
Jay-Z did campaign for Barack Obama. Crazy.
I think she's talking about when Kamala was running and Obama said that thing about black men. And she's saying, why didn't he come out as like the spokesperson for black men at that time? Remember when people were upset about Obama and the way that he came at black men and their support for Kamala Harris? She said that because, in her opinion, she did not come out for the brothers. We've been hoodwinked. She is still very upset.
What is this all about, though? Like,
that's what I asked you. So where did it come from?
Maybe I'm bugging. Where did this start from? Like, what happened?
Oh my God!
Well, she felt like Lil Wayne. She feels like Lil Wayne should have been the performer at the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
You might as well say Jay-Z's the head of Doge. Jay-Z invaded Gaza. You might as well just come on, add some more to that, Nicki. Don't stop there.
Yeah, she says there's a lot here, man.
Jay-Z's the reason for process.
Charlamagne, we gonna take your card, bro. Like, it's very clear to me Charlamagne is so indebted to certain elites. I'm sorry, for me, Gray, it is. Where did this come from? She wants her money. That's where it came from. And she's been speaking out, but people haven't been covering it. Gray, is there truth to what Charlamagne says? What's your thoughts?
Jay-Z, I'm not a Jay-Z fan at all, but Jay-Z has always been known for being a snake. All Jay-Z had to say at Benny Siegel's trial for him not to go to prison was that he'll be responsible for him. Jay-Z said no, Benny Siegel's with a prison. Jay-Z is now a billionaire. Dame Dash is broke, who started Rockefeller with him. And, you know, they had their own little situation, but Jay-Z won't even throw him $1 million. Jay-Z went with Colin Kaepernick and told us to boycott the NFL. Next thing you know, he's with Roger Goodell, and he's the guy over music in the NFL. Jay-Z has been known for snaking people in the industry. So for Nicki to be shocked about the whole title thing is like, okay, remember when Jay-Z owned the Brooklyn Nets, and then he only owned 1%, and people thought he owned this big percent? Like,
and Nicki, you know who Jay-Z managed, his company Roc Nation manages too, right?
Megan Thee Stallion.
This is the thing though, Charlamagne, you're being disingenuous. People have been throwing shots at Jay-Z subliminally, but how can you throw shots at the biggest man? This is what I think. I think Diddy's coming out of jail soon, probably in the next year. She knows that he'll have her back because Jay-Z didn't have Diddy's back. So now she feels comfortable. You get what I'm saying? It's funny she's speaking out and poking this and making this a thing. The week after Diddy gets acquitted of the biggest charges. I mean, that's what I think. I'm gonna show you guys the tweets because I'm all about facts here. This is huge though, guys. In my opinion, this is bigger, and Charlamagne is trying to downplay it because of how big it is. We've calculated about 100 to 200 million so far. Jay-Z called me to settle this karmic debt. It's only collecting interest. There was a bigger one that she said, where she broke down about the guy that the reason. Okay, here it is. Um, uh, okay, hold on. Dear Jay-Z and Deseret. Deseret is the Hispanic CEO that people have been going in on. Because Trump, by the way, Gray, I don't know if you noticed, but Trump pardoned her in 2021.
I didn't know that. I
You-
know he pardoned the old CEO of Death Row. I didn't know about that.
He pardoned her too. Jay-Z, you let Deseret do a lot of evil to black people and you stayed silent. We used to believe you. You went outside, and this is all alleged and for entertainment purposes. Desiree, did you get that 40 million 55 and paying for dots? Oh, bot nation. So let me get this straight. So basically, this is the tweet that she was talking about. I'll read this and then you can respond, Gray. Let me get this straight. Y'all so-called black savior Jay-Z has a Hispanic CEO who's pardoned by Trump. Interesting. So does that mean Deseret isn't a Democrat? Black people, I thought y'all hate all Trump supporters. Wait, did Jay-Z ever campaign for Kamala? He's benefiting so much from the party. So Gray, what do you think about this tweet right here?
I want to first speak on him by him campaigning for Kamala. Beyonce, literally his wife for a long time, performed with Megan Thee Stallion there. And then remember, everybody came out up in arms saying, "Oh, it was ghetto. This is that." All the black Republicans attacked what the show looked like. That, oh, you just go to celebrities when you want our votes. So Jay-Z was in a lose-lose situation. I'm not saying Jay-Z. I'm not defending Jay-Z, but like even if he would have campaigned for Kamala, he still would have got attacked for that. But
Man, you is defending this.
her saying that, oh, he benefited so far from the party. No, every time I've heard, I feel like Jay-Z got Candace Owens literally went, oh, they put Jay-Z on the pedestal and he sold, you know what? You know what I'm saying? He was moving work in his neighborhood. So Jay-Z has always been put down for his past in the streets. So I feel like that Jay-Z never benefited politically for anything. I feel like Jay-Z was associated with street life. Then he got with Beyonce and tried to make himself more professional. So I don't feel like he benefited from politics.
I got another clip.
Okay.
She went on live stream yesterday, and she trying to say he hacked her live stream. I don't know how true that is. I don't mean, goddamn, Jay-Z, you that powerful? Let me play it.
Not the slightest clue what's going on with Nicki Minaj and Roc Nation. But what I do know is I'm going to sit back because you can't say on one hand that Jay-Z is a billionaire, and to be a billionaire, you have to have done people dirty. And then when Diddy was getting, caught and stuff like that, you can't say that, oh, Jay-Z's next. And now that Nicki Minaj is doing what she's doing on Twitter and Instagram about Roc Nation, now is Nicki Minaj is crazy. This is completely unbiased because I don't know a damn thing about what's going on, like I said in the beginning of the video. But I'm not going to jump to conclusions, to jump to a side, any.
I need to find the clip. My bad, y'all. That was not the one I wanted to play. But what do you think about what that girl said, Gray?
I guess was she trying to say that people are hypocrites because Nicki is coming out saying Jay-Z is so evil and he's a billionaire and all billionaires are evil? That's what I
because
what she said.
so what I'm gathering is basically they're trying to call out the hypocrisy because people were jumping down Diddy's throat calling him evil, and now when people are doing it with Jay-Z, people are defending him. But let me say this, y'all. I believe people were defending Diddy up until that damn video came out. That's what changed it, the video.
I feel like certain people are gonna defend Diddy regardless because I feel like people a lot more. There's a good chunk of people that don't like the money grab of SA situations. So I feel like there have been plenty of people that try to associate Jay-Z with these allegations. So I just feel like it depends on the person and it depends on what evidence is presented towards that person. I feel like if you're just saying, oh, all billionaires are evil, oh, you can't get this powerful without having to hurt some people, you're being just too generic. It could be a person that's just born and then all that money's donated to them. Trump grandkids probably gonna be billionaires that don't have to lift a finger.
Facts. You're right. You got any clips?
No, but I can find some. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, for me at this point, I'm team Nicki though, because I'm really believing everything Nicki's saying. At this point, something I do want to talk about while we on celebrity gossip.
Yeah.
Did you message that lady I told you to?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we have a housewife that's running for Congress, and we can end on this topic. Well, unless you have something else too.
Yeah.
Pretty much I want to talk about celebrities because Trump changed the dynamic. And I want to show you this lady's clip real quick.
District 93, I'm ready and I'm walking in my purpose. I bring a unique and needed voice, a Black woman doctor under the gold dome that's powerful, that's perspective, that's present, and that's exactly what Georgia needs right now. I stand before you not as a politician, but as a mother, a wife, a doctor, a business owner, and a proud servant of this community. I'm running for state representative in District 93 because I believe this is bigger than politics. This is purpose. This is a calling from God, and when God puts something on your heart, you don't run from it. You rise up. I need you. Go to drheavenlyforgeorgia.com, make a donation. Every single dollar counts. Volunteer, tell a friend, follow and share our campaign on your social media. Let them know we're not waiting. We're moving. Let's make history together. Let's bring power back to the people, and let's go all the way to the Capitol. Thank you. God bless you, and let's get to work.
What's funny for me is this woman has crashed out so many times on her show. Great. I mean, basically, it's like the Housewives is married to medicine. Do you think
Yeah.
she stands a chance despite all her crash outs?
This is what I will say. This is one thing that I actually love about Trump is that we're getting away from just your standard politician that just puts on a suit and says everything you want to hear. And, we really don't know what we're getting or what we're voting on. I'm not a Trump fan at all, but I do like that he's changed politics, that people like this will get involved. Do I necessarily think that she'll be the best or she may make the best decisions? No, but I feel like having someone like this gets the local people more into politics. Like, oh, the lady from Housewives is going to be running. Like, now it's interesting. The same way with Trump. Oh, the guy with the You're Fired reality show is running for politics. Now everybody's talking about politics.
Well, I just want to show you some of her behavior. I
Yeah,
mean, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, guys. I got to play this. I'm sorry. I have to show you.
I brought you all together because I feel that we can all learn from each other. And I have noticed some things going on in people's marriages, whether it may be having problems submitting to their husbands.
Here we go. Put your thigh-high boots on, cause we are about to be knee-deep in heavenly again.
There's some women that may be spending all of their husband's money. There may be some people that much make the same amount. Not right about this whole situation. You cannot call her out on her clothes.
Stop. No one at this table.
This is actually her being nice. Like, so basically she cusses, she screams, she carries on, she calls people names. I mean, will that hinder her?
No. I guarantee. See how you know what that show is? All the people that watch that show and wherever she's running at, they are going to vote for her just for the chance to meet her. Like, that's how superficial we are as a society. I mean, think about it.
Jesus
Trump's
Christ.
whole punchline was "You're fired." Ronald
Oh my
Reagan was
God.
an actor. Like we voted all of these people in, and like you can just be famous and then become a politician.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Well, she definitely crashes out. Okay, you got clips now?
I can give you one that is our favorite guy who we've always talked
Dark,
about.
you said it. Jasmine Crockett set this off. Dark, tell the truth and shame the devil.
So, since you brought up Diddy, do you believe that any of the witnesses' lives are in danger now that if Diddy gets out?
No.
Okay, so people are saying that now main man Gene's life is in danger because
Oh
Diddy.
Lord Jesus.
I've been seeing this a lot online. How you feel about the people that say that you should be worried if Diddy get out?
Motherfuckers need something to say, bro. I'm not gonna worry about somebody that I bodyguard. I'm not gonna worry about somebody that I bodyguard. And God knows I could bodyguard myself with his blessings. I could bodyguard myself with his blessings, bro. I'm not worried about that. Nothing beats an ambush, and I know that. But I'm not worried about his shit. People just need to talk about something. They want to have something to say, man. Oh, Gene got to be worried, something like that. So shouldn't I have been worried when he was out here on the street? When he was out here on the street, I should have been worried. Yo, bro, August the 14th, 1999, high-speed chase in Harlem. You understand? How I didn't know that he didn't send nobody after me then. Because niggas do that shit. They'll send somebody at you. I've seen dudes that do shit and they have niggas right there in the same clique and they didn't even know he did it.
So that's basically Gene saying he has nothing to worry about with Diddy and that he's gonna be fine. Wasn't Diddy making videos about Diddy before Diddy got caught in a RICO case? He should have had nothing to worry about. Yeah, exactly. He was already making videos. Him and Jaguar Wright are the people who I feel like broke the story. So I don't feel like anybody should be worried. And we played one of the girls that Diddy was messing with on here about her saying that she wasn't worried about Diddy getting out and Diddy doing any type of harm to her or anything like that. Nora, are you still there? All right, Nora's gone. So, there you go.
Sorry.
You good?
I
Go
have
ahead.
What did okay. Wasn't G make his birthday party? Yeah. He should have exactly. Dark, you got a good point. I agree with Dark. Well, we can do closing thoughts, Gray. What's your closing thoughts?
My closing thoughts is exactly what Charlamagne said. Nicki Minaj, go file a lawsuit and people will take you seriously. I don't know if she did this because everything with Diddy and Jay-Z being connected to it. I just think Jay-Z is just, trying to get the best deal for himself. And, in the music industry, people always get ripped off. Again, prayers for all the people in Texas. We'll be talking about that tonight. So come back here at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 Central time, and we'll be bringing you all that information as well. As like we always say on a new party, always vote.
My closing thoughts is Nicki has legitimacy to what she's saying. She had a 3% stake in Tidal when it was sold in 2021. He only gave her $1 million when she should have got 100 or 200 million. I stand with Nicki. she supposedly is going to get a kick deal or some sort of streaming deal with Aiden Ross. So shouts out to her. I'm Team Nicki. I believe Nicki. Just like people didn't believe about this Diddy stuff, I believe everything I'm hearing about Jay-Z, most of it, because so many things about Diddy turned out to be true. So I'm not gonna be Team Jay-Z, team this until more comes out. I'm gonna wait and see, but I'm always gonna be Team Nicki because she stands on truth. What's funny to me is people aren't having her back because she's calling out the Democratic Party. Had she would have taken the opposite, so many people I believe would have been having her back. And this is the issue that I have with this herd mentality that we do in America, in particular the Black community, because blue, no matter who, has hurt us. And I do think politics is connected with this in some way, unfortunately. But nevertheless, we'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. We'll be talking about the floods. Gray, I appreciate Gray. He's going to be calling out some things that we think, the Doge cuts may have impacted what happened. Unfortunately, we're going to highlight it. But yeah, Thursday night we'll be back on the new party, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a big, big, big debate. I need everybody to stop what they're doing at Thursday, 8 p.m. and come check it out. We are going to be having the FBA versus Black immigrant debate. We've never formally done this, but now we'll have both sides in the conversation. I will be moderating. I won't be having a position, but Gray might be speaking. We'll see. Also, guys, I have a bombshell story coming out next week, Tuesday night. Is there more to the Epstein files? What is the deal with Ghislaine Maxwell? Why was she sent to prison as trafficking kids if there was no client list? Okay. So got some receipts, some things. I'm doing a deep, 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 deep dive. You're not going to want to miss it. But before that, Friday is Turning Point. Gray, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, but one more thing. If you're watching right now, subscribe and hit that notification bell. So
Gray, before you speak, wait, hold on. Dark, come back, come Thursday night. We're going to ask that question because I want to know the difference too. And I'm an ally for FBA, let me be clear, but I'm not an ally for the division. I'm not an ally for all these terms and these names because, Gray, what have I always said? I think these titles and these names are a grift. But yeah.
For sure, for sure. What was I talking about again?
Turning Point, sorry.
Turning Point USA will be coming to my hometown, Tampa, the Tampa Bay area. So we'll be there on Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. We'll be live. So we'll bring you footage straight from Turning Point USA. And the UNF America, I don't want to say it on here, tour will be outside of the arena. So we'll try and get some footage with that too. And so maybe we'll meet Charlie Kirk. Who knows? Maybe we'll meet some other people or schedule some good guests for you guys. But if you want to see what Turning Point looks like and you want to get it live from the new party, come on Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern.
So yeah, we're gonna be covering all sides. I actually have been so blessed. I'm so appreciative. I'll be able to go in exclusive VIP areas in the press area. So I'm very, very grateful. Thank you to Kim for that, our Claire Patriot for that. Gray will be out there with his Democrats. He'll be hanging out with them. And 85 will be there as well supporting. So you definitely want to be there. Shout out to Kamal. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. Kamal's going to be holding it down. He's in California, but he'll be live streaming for us and manning it. So thank you so much to our team. And hopefully in September, we will have another IRL event. So I'm working on finalizing it before I announce it. But yeah, come back tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And like we always say on the new party, always vote. God bless. Have a great day, everyone.